Well, it's election season in the US, and that means, of course, that it's censorship season for big tech. Because big tech likes to play favorites, and, well, they don't care if you know. Here from August 15th, 2022, Twitter thought police prepare for elections so they can censor political opponents. Big tech censors could interfere with midterm elections and target Republicans again. Here's August 17th, 2022. TikTok pledges to crack down on election misinformation ahead of midterms. Now, TikTok, I seem to remember something about them being an arm of the Chinese Communist Party. ByteDance is the parent company of TikTok and is headquartered in Beijing. The Chinese Communist Party has an ownership stake in ByteDance. Reports suggest more than 100 CCP members are located in ByteDance's Beijing office. Geez, I wonder if the Chinese Communist Party would have any interest in who wins elections in the U.S. Huh. I bet you they do. And that brings us to this. Here's the headline. YouTube suspended Louder with Crowder for our interview with Kari Lake. Says, ladies and gentlemen, the Orwellian censors at YouTube are at it yet again. This time, they've chosen to not only target Louder with Crowder, but to silence Republican gubernatorial candidate Kari Lake. Our interview with the Arizona gubernatorial candidate has been removed from YouTube over their alleged misinformation policy. Louder with Crowder is unable to live stream on YouTube for the next 2 weeks. What specifically ran afoul of the policy? Only YouTube knows. But our lawyer, William Richmond, will be getting answers we'll share with you on the show on Thursday, August 18th. And yes, there will be a show. And I'll be watching on Rumble because it will be definitely running there. And by the way, I also have a channel on Rumble as well, so make sure to subscribe to me on there if you go there to watch Louder with Crowder. But they say what specifically ran afoul of the policy, only YouTube knows. Now, I went to Rumble and watched the interview, and I'm pretty sure I know why they deleted the video and suspended him. And Kari Lake did say something that YouTube doesn't like. In fact, she said the same thing as this person said.
He's an illegitimate president.
But Kari Lake didn't say that Trump was illegitimate. She said that somebody else was. You know the guy, they call him the big guy. The guy that gets 10% from his son's business dealings while he was vice president. So, I mean, now you can see what Kari Lake's mistake was. As she said the same thing that Hillary Clinton's been saying for years, but she said it about the wrong guy. And YouTube likes the guy that she said it about. And YouTube doesn't like the guy that Hillary Clinton said it about. You see, it's pretty simple. As far as I can tell, that's their misinformation policy. And even I, with my very small channel, got a channel strike and a video deleted. What did I do? I quoted something that Trump said about 2020. That's enough. That's how Orwellian it has become. Anyway, continues, if this isn't suppression of political speech, then nothing is. Yeah, it's just straight up suppression of political speech. This isn't just an assault on free speech, it's an attack on the democratic process. Yes, and this is correct. Because if there's ideas that can't be expressed, if there's evidence that can't be presented, well then it's impossible to make an informed choice in something like, oh, I don't know, an election. That's why leaders like Trudeau in Canada want to just give the social media companies a list of who's allowed to be heard and who isn't. But anyway, it's the silencing of political opponents, and it's no coincidence that it's being done to a candidate endorsed by Donald Trump only months before the general election. And they just end this off with letting you know where you can watch the show on Thursday and for the next 2 weeks at Mug Club, and you can also watch it on Rumble, and that's where I'll be watching it, is on Rumble. And that's why it's important to start mixing, alternative media into your media diet. Because outlets like YouTube, they think they know better. They think that they're the ones who should decide what politicians are allowed to say. And that is Orwellian, and it's quite scary. Anyway, please subscribe, like, and share. That really helps me out. I really notice when people share my content. It makes a big difference. Thank you for doing that. I will see you next time.